People are delighted to see this show or they're infuriated, but they don't turn it off. They stay there because this show's about life. I'm also running against Moses Bloomberg, Christine Quinn, Mary Magdalene Quinn, and Ed Koch. Your favorite, I know. Well, I want you to listen to me. That's all I want you to do. There's an independent person. Independent, and I want to show you how crooked New York City is and the cowardness of the liberal Democratic Party. There, we got a call right away. Hello. Hello?
Hi, Tom.
How are you? Am I coming through?
Yeah, everything looks good.
Thank you.
Good, too. You put on the tape?
Yes, thank you very much.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay. I'm talking to you about, of course, we're all interested in the payout bill. There's a picture here of Obama with, as you see, Dodd and the other fellow, what's his name? Barney Frank. Yeah. These extremely powerful men that rule you and me. They have Congress, they have committees, and they stand up and pound back, and they yell at people and tell them and ask them all kinds of embarrassing questions. And Obama's right there with them, and they're all white people. No black people here. Hello.
Great program today. What's up, you stud?
What's that?
I just love your muscles, Tom. Just looking at your body gives me the shivers.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. That's Obama. After the losses, who shares the pain? These are losses that we've gotten through our banking system. And I was just watching something about Klugman on television and O'Reilly and talking and everything else, and they're talking about what's going on. None of them have mentioned Alan Greenspan, who kept raising the rates, No, he didn't do that. He lowered the rates, the interest rates, so the stockbrokers can make huge sums of money for the past 3 or 4 years. And I want to get into that, and I want to tell you what's going on. Corporate boards are that awarded lush executive pay packages almost always justify them by saying they encourage superior performance and were directly tied to benchmarks like profitability. You made money in the stock market because your brother, Alan Greenspan, another white trash, shafted us, cheated us, and his ugly wife, Andrea, who beat up on the Republicans. And she's not supposed to do that as a commentator. Merrill Lynch got bonuses after we gave them money. Andrew Cuomo's the Attorney General. He's trying to find out more about it, and they don't want to answer any questions. John Train, he's the Merrill Lynch executive, and then he's on the other executive, and he says he doesn't want to talk about it. The Attorney General has to get an injunction, a subpoena, to get the records of the people who made $3.5 billion. This is after the debacle, after we knew about how the cheating and the lying went on. You see how powerful these stockbrokers and people are? Well, you and I are nothing. You and I are sweating. And I'm running for the mayor's race, and I promise you, when I'm elected, I will do something about this. Not Bloomberg. Bloomberg is a part of them, and don't you forget it. I want to read something to you about the NBA, the basketball players. This is a man, his name is David Falk. He had an agency, he sold it for $100 million. He's one of the agents for the basketball players. He sold $100 million. He still is an agent. He makes about $10 million a year. Listen to what he says. This is the National Basketball League. On the owners, he's talking about the owners, have economic wherewithal, in other words, they have the money, to shut down the thing for 2 years, whatever it takes to get a system that will work long term. That's closing the basketball season. The players, poor darlings, do not have economic wherewithal to sit out 1 year. Are you nuts? As American workers, taxpayers, and voters, we are fools. We blindly trust our president, the United States Congress, state legislators, assemblymen, councilmen. We trust them all. For what? For what? Hello, go ahead.
Yeah, great program today. First-time caller, long-time listener. You know, I feel there's an interest group out there controlling American politics that I was interested in what you thought of it. You know, the Israel lobby gives all this money to our politicians, tells them what to do, shapes our foreign policy for Israel, for the Israelis, and not for us. And I was wondering, when are you going to let me suck your dick? I just want your man juice all over my face.
No, you keep talking. That's okay. You gay people, I want you people to hear that. I want the people to hear how the gay people are taking over New York City with Bonnie Frank, Christine Quinn and her wife. Oh, yeah, they're taking over. And people like this, long time, he prompts it and then he talks with his filthy language. This is what you're going to get, whether you like it or not. If you vote for Bloomberg again, it's a disgrace. Talking about the National Basketball League, they're going to suffer. There's a guy in Cleveland made $100 million. $100 million. That's not his salary. $100 million sponsoring something. All the basketball players, all the baseball, all our sports here, all multi-millionaires who are laughing at us. Some of them, a group of rich Americans are suing UBS to keep their name secret in a tax case. UBS is a Swiss federal bank in Switzerland. That's where people put their money, so they don't have to pay American taxes. There's 52,000 of them, and they don't want their names to be known, and they're suing the bank in Switzerland because Switzerland's supposed to not tell anybody anything, and they're supposed to keep the money or hide the money so they don't have to pay taxes in America. And Americans are suing. Now, I told you about the tax situation. Was it another month or so we have to pay taxes? They do not audit rich people. I repeat to you, the IRS does not audit them. They audit me. They audit you. Because when they audit rich people, rich people do the same thing. They say, we'll sue you. And they sue, and they win in court. We don't have the money to sue. So most of the income and the IRS gets is from us. I know O'Reilly and the other guy, they say, we pay the taxes more than you do. They're lying to you. This is working people, union workers. That's right. I'm talking to you about Obama, too. Obama is against unions. And I'm going to point that out to you, and I'm going to show you how and why.